Everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today we're going to continue with the aft overhead. We left off with the leading edge devices the other day, and we're going to continue on with the IRS display for the PMDG 737 NG and setting it up in Device Interface Manager. For those of you that already have your aft overhead profile started, go ahead and open that up. We're just going to add this panel into the mix. Now my panel's already set up, so I'm going to open up mine, and then we're going to go take a look and see just where our buttons and indicators are located. So here's the aft overhead profile that I have set up, and yours are going to be there, and you may not have anything in here, but we're going to go find out where our switches are, and we're going to go to input. And if you take a look at, let me see if I can do this. See, it just jumped from 17 to 18 as I move this multi-selector switch here out to 20. So this is the left side. Left side runs 17, 18, 19, and 20 on my hardware. And on the right side, they continue on with 21, right? 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we know that we're using 20 through 24 as far as the inputs are concerned. So let's go get those set up. All right, let's go into Profile. And we're looking for 17 through 24. On the input. Let me put these in order here. So here we have 17 through 24. These are the inputs that we're going to use to set up the IRSA selectors, or the IRS selectors for the left and right side. So if we take a look at switch 17, let's open that up. You're going to add this if you don't have it already. Click on that. You can see under preconditions there's nothing. So we're just going to worry about input for all these items. We want the PMDG 737. It's going to be a switch. You're going to put your input number here. For me it's 17. Yours may be different. This is the event that we're going to run. Event underscore IRU underscore MSU underscore left. And we're going to use a data press this go around. When we use leading edge devices, we use the mouse press. Now we're going to use a data press. So this is going to be 0. And our data release is just going to remain parameter. We're not going to touch that. We're going to select OK. And 17 is done. We're going to open up 18 now. And again, you can see there's no preconditions on any of these. Same thing. PMDG 737 switch. Your input switch number, and again it may be different than mine. The event, the IRU, MSU left. This is going to be 1, and again that's going to be left at parameter. We'll continue with 19. As you can see, PMDG 737 switch 19. Like I said, again your number may be different. IRS MSU left. This is going to be number 2 in the array. And it's going to be parameter. 20. PMDG 737 switch, your input switch number. This is the event. Again, it's going to be on the left hand side. And it's going to be data press 3. And that's going to be parameter. Now we're going to come over to the right side. And as you can see, it's PMDG 737. Input type is switch. Input is 21. Again, your number may be different. Now we're going to use the right side, as you can see here. And the data press again is 0, and then we're going to work our way up. Data press release parameter 22. Same thing. Right side, this is going to be data press 1 now. Next one is going to be data press 2. All the other data is the same. And again, no precondition on any of these. And 24. and you can see data press 3. And that has set up both of the multi-selector switches in the aft overhead for the IRS. Up next, we're going to go ahead and set up the indicator lights. Next, we have to find the indicators that are associated with the IRS display. So we're going to come back into our controller board for the aft overhead, go to Output. Now I know my numbers are 9 through 19, but you're going to have to run through this until you find which ones actually work. And if we click on 9 through 19, you will see that the indicators on my aft overhead will light up. And again, your numbers may be different than mine. So we can turn those off. And we'll go into Profile Creator now, and we will set them up. Now we're going to move on over to Output. And I know that my indicators are 9 through 19. So we're going to start at 9 here. And we're going to work our way all the way down through 19. Let's open up 9. As you can see, there's nothing in modify and there's nothing in precondition. We're just looking at the output. We're using the PMDG 737. The output type is an LED. The output location is 9. This may differ. It depends on how you have your board set up. And then this is the data we're going to use, the IRS annunciator align. And then this is the PMDG indicator, which is 0. We'll move on over to 10. Again, nothing under modify, nothing under precondition. PMDG 737 LED, your output location, the IRS _ annunciator on. This is your DC. And this is the PMDG indicator, which is 0. 11. Again, nothing under modified, nothing under precondition. These are all blank. Output types LED, your output location, mine's 11. Your IRS annunciator align, and then the indicator is 1. 12. PMDG 737 LED, output location, IRS annunciator on DC, and then the index for the PMDG is 1. 13. Again, PMDG 737 LED, the output location. This is going to be annunciator fault, and then the index is 0. PMDG 737 LED, we're using output 14, and again, your outputs may be different than mine, and then here we're using the DC fail, and then the index is 0. 15. PMDG 737 LED, again the output position, and then this is the annunciator fault, and then this is the index position of 1. And we have 16. PMDG LED 16. This is the annunciator DC fail, and this is PMDG index 1. Again, there's nothing under modified, nothing under precondition. Rather simple to set up. Now, as you can see here, 17 and 18 on mine are blank, and that's because there are 2 indicators that are missing from the PMDG that I have on the ZBO mod, and that's the ILS and GLS, I believe those 2 are. So that's why they're not included here. And if we go to 19, you take a look. We have PMDG 737 LED, output 19, and this is going to be the annunciator for the GPS. And in here, there's nothing for the index. And that takes care of all of the indicators from 9 through 19. And remember to save your work once this is complete. And then once this is done, we'll be able to connect with MS 2020 and the indicator lights, as well as the multi-selected dials will work. So let's go take a look. Now if we run that profile, and if we move our left selector to a line, you can see she lights up and she does move. We'll come back and we'll do the same thing for the right side. And back off. So that now works. Alright, next we'll move on to the engine reverses, EEC switches, crew oxygen, passenger oxygen, and whatnot. Alright everybody, I'll catch you on my next run.